breathalyzer, what else? If you're a woman, you have to get like a gynecological exam. I think the males have their own version of that. And then you'll have to strip down to your skivvies. You'll be in your underwear. Make sure you wear good underwear. Don't wear a thong, lingerie. Please make sure you wear underwear. And you'll be just in a big room in front of everybody, and you'll have to do exercises. So you'll have to do a duck walk. You'll have to walk on your knees. You'll have to walk on your tippy toes and do all these different exercises so that the doctors that are watching can see and make sure that you are physically okay to join the military. There are people that were disqualified for stupid reasons. They could not get up from their knees without using their hands. They make you do a bunch of different things to see how physically fit you are. It can be a really easy process, or it can be a really hard process. It's kind of just up to you and up to how you are. They will weigh you. They will take your height. I was actually 6 pounds underweight, so my BMI, or my body mass index, was okay, so I was actually able to continue the process, but I do have to gain 6 pounds before I leave and ship off for basic training. If you are overweight, they may tape you and then do your body mass index, but just make sure you know what the rules and regulations are and what the qualifications are beforehand. The reason why I was 6 pounds underweight was because they said I was an inch taller than I actually am. So that messed everything up. The weight scale was shifted because I was supposed to be 5'6" instead of 5'5", so that's what kind of threw me off, but I'll just gain the 6 pounds before I leave. Other things that you have to do are just fill out a lot of paperwork. Just make sure that if you know that you're going to have to answer yes in advance, bring documentation so that it makes the process so much easier. So once you are done with all of the medical processing, you'll most likely go talk to your career counselor or some type of liaison from your branch's office. So I ended up going to the National Guard office and talking to a liaison that explained to me what jobs were available to me. I already knew in advance, just through talking to my recruiter and doing research on my own, that I wanted to be a 35 Fox, which is an intelligence analyst. So the process was a lot quicker for me because I already knew what I wanted. They were able to secure me a spot in the unit that I had wanted, and the process began for my security clearance. If you are in a position that requires a security clearance, you'll have to do a security clearance interview. So you'll interview with someone that will just ask you questions about your past, that will ask you questions about the past 10 years of your life. So anytime you've traveled, anytime that you've been delinquent on any loans or any debts, anyone that you are associated with that could be bad, have you ever done drugs? So if you answer yes to any of those questions, or if you have anything that's kind of a skeleton in your closet, then I would recommend going for a MOS or a position that does not require a security clearance, because it can be tricky. I've been to Europe twice, and I almost didn't pass my security clearance just based off of my trips to Europe, and it was just for volunteering and just for it's kind of just a weird process. So make sure that you are truthful, and if you don't think you're going to pass the security interview, just go for a position that doesn't require it. I know that cooks don't require it, infantry, some of the other positions. There's tons of things that are available if you don't think you can pass. But moving on, once you're done with that, you'll most likely go back to your career counselor, your liaison. It's just a lot of back and forth processes. Paperwork most likely won't be filled out completely correct. You'll have to sign a bunch of things. You'll start the contracting process. So you'll talk to your liaison or someone about how many years you want to serve. Everyone serves for 8 years, but you can choose how many years you want to be active duty versus inactive ready reserve. Different benefits that you will receive. Everyone has different things that they want on their contracts. If you want to become a ranger, or if you want to go to flight school, or I don't know, other things, you can have that added to your contract in advance. If you qualify for officer candidate school once you finish your degree, there's a lot of different things that you can just talk to your career counselor about. Once you're done with that, you will get fingerprinted, and then you will be shuffled from room to room, having to sign things, go over steps of your contract, understand some of the rules of the military, answer questions. So it's just a lot of waiting. You'll be just in a big lobby area with everyone else and just waiting. You'll hear your name called. You'll proceed to whatever room they tell you to go to. All in all, got there at 5 a.m. My process was done about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I had my parents come to my swearing-in ceremony. If you're able to make it through all the steps of the process, there were a lot of people that did not make it for different reasons. They had too many speeding tickets, medical disqualifications. Your day will end early, but my process was able to make it all the way to the end, and there were 4 people that swore in from my group. So I brought my parents. I was the only person who had my parents come. I just told them to come. I was told to tell them to come at like 11 or 12, but it ended up being until 4, so they waited and sat there the same amount of time that I did. But they were able to come to my swearing-in ceremony. It's actually really recommended, and I really am proud that I was able to have my parents attend, because this is a huge step in my life, and I wanted them to be there and experience it. So it wasn't just, oh, I'm in the military, but it's a separate aspect of my life. I wanted them to see what it was like. So if you can bring your parents or bring family members, husbands, wives, things like that, I would recommend it. They can take pictures. It's a very emotional experience, but it's a wonderful experience as well. So my parents were able to come, swore in to your branch. You'll repeat the oath. You'll get to experience it with everyone else that gets to swear in at the same time. It's just a really, really good experience. Your recruiter will most likely be there. And then once you're done, you will sign your official contract, and then you're done. Be respectful the entire time. You're going to be around some pretty high up people in the military, so you want to make sure that you are giving off a good first impression. But that's pretty much it. Once you're done with that, you can leave. Your recruiter will either take you home, you'll take a bus home, you'll take a cab home, whatever the process looks like for you. But that's it. It's just a lot of waiting. Be respectful. Wear good underwear. Make sure you wear a t-shirt and have fun. Meet a lot of people. Just have a good experience. So.